Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into sinking funds and savings tracker. Now for the month of October, I completely let this slip. I didn't do it at all. I kept trying to want to come back and do it, and life just got too busy. So this is one setup and closeout I didn't get to do, but I will show you the numbers. I did write them down. I have my savings tracker here, my sinking funds here. Before October, I usually had sinking funds here and savings tracker there, but I didn't like writing on the coil, so the one I wrote on the most is the one I moved. So if you're wondering, that's where that happened. And yeah, a lot happened. Not too bad. I did have some changes to the savings tracker. The savings is actually my Edward Jones account for our high yield savings and things that we're doing with investments and stuff like that. So I'll get to that in a minute, but we're going to focus on just this sinking funds side of my savings. So I do use a money market savings account for this. You get 1% or less, depending on what bank and what they offer and things like that. So I have this over here. I'm using the wrong pen. There we go. With my sinking funds, the only thing that came out were these 5 items. And actually one of these is not even something that I withdraw. I just moved from one category to the next. Here, as you can see, I had $5.94. If I round up by $6, that gave me $600 total plus the $100. Now I ended up with $700. A few months back, I was on NutriSense and I would get their sensors, and I bought an extra sensor one month, and that was $106. And I borrowed out of the Roth portion of my savings. Now I'm trying to save up $1,000 because I turned 50 in October, and I want to add that $1,000 in addition to the $7,000 I already put into my Roth IRA this year as contribution, because 50 and older can put in $8,000, and that's what we want to do this year. So I'm hoping I can get that $1,000. I think I can do it. I just have to adjust the budget a little bit to do that, but I want to get that $1,000 for Roth and throw that into that investment for 2024, and that's why I made this $6 adjustment here. Now, Christmas and birthday, it can also be a gift category for friends and family, and that's what happened here. My husband bought me a gift for my birthday, so that counts into this. And then my friend at church, they are foster parents, and they have a new baby in their family, and it's this family of 4 siblings, and they're trying to keep all the siblings together, which is awesome. And I had to buy a cute couple outfits with the baby Yoda Grogu child outfits, onesies. So that was $50 from Amazon for 2 outfits. And so yeah, I had to do it, so I did it. That came out of Christmas and birthday gifts. And then I did use our car fund for car maintenance and stuff like that, in addition to funds from our high yield savings account that I had to withdraw for vehicle problems that we were having. That was part of the $1,300. Is it $1,300 I spent, or $1,200? I don't know. I can't remember what I spent. I spent a lot of money in October. So there's that. And then trash came out completely. So I adjusted the $30 down to $24.93, which gave me the exact amount of my trash bill, and I brought it to zero. Next month I'll start saving again, and till the next quarterly. I think they do it quarterly. We've switched company. We didn't switch companies. The company kind of switched itself, where the ownership went to under another name. So nothing's changed. It's just all our accounting stuff changed. And so I'm not sure how frequently they're going to bill us. So hopefully it's quarterly like before, because our trash pickup hasn't changed. So we'll see what happens. But for right now, it looks good. Propane, we did not need to use. I'm not sure why I'm looking at that. Okay, Epidemic Sound, that's the music you hear in my videos. That's $144 a year. I thought it was $145, but so I had an extra $1 in there. That's okay. I'll leave that $1 in there and adjust for October. So sinking funds, I started with $3,776.39. I had a little bit of dividends, $295. This is the deposit I made from our cash paychecks into sinking funds. $475.60 total was all these deposits. So the dividends plus this number made that number. This is how much we spent out of them. This, once money goes into this sinking fund, it's like I don't use it. It's like it's already spent because I know this bill is going to come due or this time period is going to happen, and I am saving intentionally for something in the future. And this helps offset how much we actually pay every month towards our bills and budgets throughout each month, and it doesn't take a big hit, and then we're not scrambling to make sure we have enough grocery money or other money to take care of all of our bills. So having the sinking funds for annual and quarterly expenses, something that doesn't happen every month, is a big deal, and I make it monthly so that I don't miss out on what I really need for the future. So that works out pretty good. The total and the ending of this month matched my bank account, so I had $3,391.77. So these numbers are now my new beginning numbers for the month of November. Keep wanting to say October. Today's November 1st. So here we go. Sinking funds. We're going to start here. I'll get back to the savings tracker because it doesn't change much month to month in a little bit, but for right now we're going to just focus on sinking funds. So I've listed all those titles over here. I already have right here in front of me exactly what the beginning balances are. I'm going to write those in real quick, and then we'll go over the deposits. So as you see here, I have all the titles written down here on all the different categories for my sinking funds, and I'm going to be writing down the beginning, and which was my ending of October here, and I'll fast forward to this part, and then we'll go over all the deposits for this time period, and any withdrawals that I know are going to happen this month, I'm going to go ahead and make a note of that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I have everything set up. I have my beginning balances. I already have dividends that I know. I went ahead and wrote that down here. The dividends for this money market account was $2.68 on that $3,300 that I had last month. So that is what I have. Like I said, it's not a very high yielding savings, but it's an easy access. I can pay from the credit card, and it's a great savings place to just kind of put money in and out and let it flow. So it is more than the 41 cents I used to do in my regular savings account. So a couple dollars more, and that's fine with me. So my Amazon Prime, we pay tax on that $139 a year annual charge for having Amazon Prime. So when I include the tax, which is I think total from 139 to 151 is, or 150.61 is what the total is, and divide that by 12, I get approximately $12.56 a month for 12 months. And then that means I can have it fully funded by the time Amazon Prime is supposed to be charged again, and as long as they don't increase the prices. If they increase the prices, I have to make an adjustment. So I don't deposit all these individually. I deposit as one whole into the savings, and I track it individually on paper so I know what category has what, and you can kind of see what comes due by the amount. And I like doing it this way. I don't have to worry about going to the bank, counting money, and things happening and stuff's happening. So Apple subscription, I have a subscription for Microsoft 360, I think it is, or 365, whatever it's called. So I can have all the Microsoft products that I typically use, which is like the Excel spreadsheet, the Word document, so on and so forth. I have all those available to me. There's like 4 or 5 different little programs there. And because I have that every year, I think it's $69.95 a year, and it comes out in December, that's where that money's coming from. All right, so Xander Identity Theft, that's actually coming out this month. I am going to be putting $13. The first month gets an extra $1, and every month after it gets $12. This is the only month I'll do $13. Next month you'll see me do $12, because if you take 12, I think it's 12 times 12, 145, is that right? 144, I mean. Yeah, So 12 times 12 is 144, and then you tack on an extra dollar on one of the months, then that gives you the 145. This has been very useful for me to keep an eye on things with data breaches and stuff like that. And then they have people that can help you if something is happening. I do know my information's leaked and I can see exactly how things look, and I'm going, okay, they don't even have all the right information. They're just trying to piece together my life and figure it out. So they haven't quite got that far yet. I am going to go ahead and put a withdrawal of 145. I know it's coming out. I just don't know what day this month. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it here. And then we'll do the endings when I close this out. Norton, let's see, that's my husband's security for his laptop. He has a PC laptop. I have a Mac laptop. So there you go. Norton, I do $533 a month on that. And that gives me enough usually. And if I can find something on sale or whatever for his, then we'll use that. But this is about what we spend every year on that. Canva is $10 a month. I hear it might go up. They've been adding so much new AI stuff to Canva that they might start raising prices. Who knows? But I heard little whispers of people that have the business side of it, and yeah, that's probably going to trickle down our way too for personal. So I'm going to put $11 for Epidemic Sound because I overdid it with $1 extra last month. It's actually $144 a year, not $145. That's fine. So that makes the $12 I need, and then I can go $12 each month after this point. Home maintenance, I just put $50 in. I will be spending out of this home maintenance because I did call the plumber. He's going to be out 2 or 3 weeks from now. And fixing that pipe in the basement again, and I needed to get it done before we get freezing temperatures and things like that. Orkin, I have $97.01, and I'm going to put $42. Now originally I was only going to do $24 because I said, oh, we only need it twice a year. Then I saw little critters again as the weather changes and it's getting colder and they were looking for warm places to go. $42.98. This will catch me back up and for my normal quarterly Orkin. So I didn't skip any and they're coming this month. So this should be enough to cover based on the last time we spent money. So that's what we have there. Propane is going to come out later this month. I won't know exactly how much until, oh, good Lord, what am I doing? Until, what do you call it? Propane will come out later this month. It's $20 I keep putting away every month. This is a perpetual. All of these are perpetual, so they never really end or get fully funded. They just get fully funded on the day it's due, and then I use it all up and then start again next month. So it's never fully funded for very long, so I don't even bother with that. But I will be using propane later this month, and once I know exactly how much it is that we're going to be paying, it'll come out of this line item, and then I can adjust for next year. Trash is $30 a month. $30 a month. And I am waiting on this new company that I have that I told you about a minute ago and seeing, is it quarterly, is it monthly, is it what is it? So I paid when it was due last month, and it was on target with the quarterly I normally pay, but now I have to go forward from there. So car maintenance, this is for oil changes and things like that. We put $50 a month away for this. And then car fund is $0. This is just money left over from when I created a line item for car fund. I'm going to be using this hopefully to get the squeak fixed in my vehicle. It came back again. I need an oil change and I need new brakes. So that's going to be used all up, and then I got to figure out how I'm paying for the rest. Taxes and tags. This is for our county and state property taxes for our vehicles. And our vehicles are pretty old, 11 and 13 years old. So we are 14 years old now. So yeah, we don't pay a whole lot, but I do put $20 a month away. Yeah, $20 a month. And this should equal what we paid in 2024. So it should be, because vehicles are a depreciating asset, it won't be as much in 2025, but there's still going to be taxes taken out. So we're pretty much covered. We'll have a little bit of money left over in this, and that's how I prefer to do it. Tax prep, I know I paid over $245 this past year. It was less than $250. So whatever it is coming up, I imagine it's going to go up in price, and $250. I don't know what I'm going to do about the taxes. I got to talk to my financial advisor, and then I got to talk to my husband and find out the cost of the tax where I normally go, and if there's somebody else I can go to and it's cheaper and easier to do. All right, birthdays and Christmases, I always put $100 away every month. And then Roth, I really want to get this to 1,000, so I want to do $100. I might have to do an extra 100. If I can get an extra 50 out of this month, then I'll put it towards this deposit and just erase it and change it. So that is everything that I have. Now, I forgot to write the total from last month, which was $391.77. Let's total all this up except for the dividends, because I want to know how much I need to take from my checking account and put it into the savings account to fund all these different deposits for these different things. So we're going to come up with one number, and that's the amount I'm going to transfer. I will be transferring this the 15th of this month. Okay, so this month, because I increased my organ back, I'm doing $490.70. How did I put it last month? Deposit. I just wrote the word deposit. Okay, so we're just going to write the word deposit. This is what I need to deposit into this particular account in order to make sure everything is flowing properly and I have enough money for all these little things that I am looking for paying once a year or quarterly. Now, I always have 1 or 2 transactions. Sometimes I have more if there's more spending during the holidays and stuff. But right now, this is what we are doing. I did cut out back in August or September 6 items or 5 items that I normally had in here because we just don't have the money right now, and we want to start fully funding our Roth IRAs for 2025 for me and my husband. So that's where we're at right now. Now I'm going to add the dividends, $2.68. This is what total deposits hit the account for the month of November, $493.38. Once I make this deposit on the 15th, which I've not done yet, I'm just setting this up, and this will be my guide on what that is. And then I know this Xander identity theft is going to come out. I'm not going to do the withdrawal yet, but that will come out, and then at the end of the month I will do a video closing out these ending balances and getting the number that's actually in the savings account at that period of time before the new month starts, so we can see that we're still on track with everything that we need for these spending or these bills and yearly and quarterly expenses. Now let's go on to the savings tracker. So savings tracker for October here, I wrote down, nothing really changed except for I had dividends. And I'm not going to call them dividends anymore because they're not called that in the Edward Jones account. They're called interest. So EJ is Edward Jones. That's who I have everything under. That's the interest so far since we moved money into that account, I guess 3 months ago, 4 months ago now. Okay, so this is April butterflies. That's one of my favorite ones. This was still in the money market account, and then I labeled it Edward Jones. This is still in the money market account. So April, May, and then June is when I did the Edward Jones. Okay, so let's kind of open this up a little bit so you can see both sides. There we go. So June June, July, and August, September, October. Okay, so for 5 months, so I've averaged over $100 a month every month. And so I'm at 97.80, which is more than what I was doing before. And we actually took a big hit because we withdrew a lot of money out to pay for the insulation to be replaced in our attic space, and then to pay for over $3,000 worth of car things. So that needed to be fixed with the vehicle. So we took a big $13,000 hit to our savings, but we still had $24,000 in there, and it's still growing over $100 a month. So I am happy about that. We're sitting at $597.08. We did put $9,000 in. So this $9,000 you're seeing here came from my husband's traditional Roth IRA, which is pre-tax, which is a good thing to have it grow pre-tax, but it's also a good thing to have it grow post-tax. And our plan is to not have to pay as much in taxes when we're withdrawing money out for our investments to live off of later in life. Taxes now are going to be lower in 2024 than they are going to be in 2038, 2040, and so on. So we're going to pay them now. We took his investment. We had like a $97,000. Yeah, $97,000 that we took, just under half of that, put $9,000 of it into our savings here with the Edward Jones, and that's going to grow a little bit. And then when tax season comes, we will be taking that and using that to pay the taxes when we do our taxes, because we've taken that 40-some thousand and we're going to move it into a Roth IRA that's post-tax, and that way we can get money out without having to pay tax when later in life comes. So this is investing stuff. Investing is very personal. You may not think it's the right way to go. Maybe you've heard it's not, it's better to pay taxes later than now. Honestly, I don't really care. It's too much for me to think about. I am not good at taxes. But if I don't have to pay a lot of taxes later, I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. So I think this is a good strategy. Our investment advisor thinks it's a good strategy. So we're saving $9,000 to pay taxes now when tax season comes in 2024. And that's the only purpose for it to sit there. And that's why I couldn't really do all this this past month, because we were making decisions for savings tracker, not so much sinking funds. So we just got busy and I didn't do that. So let's go to this month. I've already written down the $20,000, the $4,000, because these are future vacation fund, future, and then savings. I might combine these and just call it all emergency fund, and then start saving again for vacation and not call that vacation anymore. I will probably do that in December, but for right now I kind of left it. There's that $9,000 for 2024 taxes for setting up my husband's Roth IRA post-tax, and then this is the interest we had at the beginning, and then we still got $100 interest here deposited for. This is November, but it posted in November for everything in October. So that's where we're at there. And then nothing should happen over this time period. So I'll just do the ending with this deposit, and that'll be it. So my savings tracker is not that big and fancy, but my sinking funds are a lot to work through to maintain the annual and quarterly subscriptions and bills that we have coming. These are the things that sneak up on us that we forget about, and then our account takes a hit because we got to pay for $145 for this, or pay $200 for that and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you have what you need when you need it. I kind of split mine up. If I've rearranged how they go in order, so mine split up with subscriptions. Let's see, let's stop here. Home stuff stops here. Car stuff is here, and then taxes, birthday, Roth, and dividends. So that's kind of how my sinking funds are divided up. If you were to ask me what I'm spending money on. This portion is subscriptions. This portion is home stuff. And then this is for car, and then just individual items here. So that is why I have that put together the way it is. And that is that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.